Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the English Báo Phước radio television station and newspaper. And now our headline as usual. Bình Phước leader attend National Advanced Conference. Certificates of Typical Rural Industrial Product Awards. Party chief chair meeting on Ho Chi Minh City development. Newly established reoperating enterprises of over. Ladies and gentlemen, Chairman of the Bình Phước Provincial People Committee Trần Tuệ Hiền and leaders from a number of provincial departments have attended the National Advanced Conference 2022, chaired by Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính.
Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính said the planning, construction, management, and sustainable development of Vietnam's urban areas to 2030 and vision to 2045 are significant for the development direction of Vietnam's urban areas in the future. Ministries, sectors, and localities must be more aware of their roles and responsibilities for developing urban areas, he noted. Progress in urbanization, he added, is associated with national orientations in industrialization and modernization. Therefore, good planning, organization, and construction, and the efficient management of urban networks play a very important role, directly affecting the overall development of the country and in each locality, the government leader said. The Prime Minister called for an all-out effort to cement the objectives, tasks, and solutions underlined in the resolution.
The Council for Selecting Typical Rural Industrial Products has held a ceremony to summarize and present certificates of typical rural industrial products at provincial and regional level in 2022.
The Council presented certificates to 36 typical products and groups of rural industrial products at the provincial level for the sixth time in 2022. 17 products and groups of products were recognized as typical rural industrial products in the South. Selected products included many key, traditional, and new products. Vice Chairman of the Bình Phước Provincial People's Committee Trần Văn My expressed his appreciation of typical rural industrial products. He suggested that rural industrial establishments with selected products continue to innovate, improve, and perfect their products, apply advanced technology in production, and contribute to the province's New Style Rural Area Building Program.
The People's Committee of Dong Xoài City had held an opening ceremony for the construction, upgrading, and expansion of National Road number 507.
The ceremony also celebrated the fourth founding anniversary of Dong Xoài City and the Lunar New Year 2023 or Tet holiday. The project received investment of more than 65 billion Vietnam dong sourced from the local budget. The road has a total length of 7.2 kilometers and a width of 12 meters. It was completed after 11 months of construction. It is one of the most important local traffic routes connecting Bình Phước province and its neighboring province of Bình Dương.
Ladies and gentlemen, Party General Secretary Nguyễn Phú Trọng on December the 2nd chaired a Politburo meeting on a project to review the 10-year implementations of a resolution on the orientation and for the development of Ho Chi Minh City until 2020 and 2030 with a vision to 2050.
Members of the Politburo hailed achievement that the city has gained in socio-economic development, as well as defense and security safeguarding. They also pointed out shortcomings that Ho Chi Minh City is facing, including slow improvement of its investment environment, low international competitiveness, and a per capita income below the set target. The Politburo members asked the city to make greater efforts to continue effectively implement the resolution. They underlined the necessity for the city to focus more on party building, decentralization and delegation of power, and continue to implement pilot special policies for its development. Resolution number 16 of the Politburo was issued with an aim to turn Ho Chi Minh City into a modern service industrial city, a driving force for the country's digital economy and digital society. It also aims at making the city become an economic, financial, trade sense, technology and cultural center of Southeast Asia with deep and extensive international integration by 2030.
National Assembly Chairman Vương Đình Huệ met with Governor of Victoria State Linda Dessau in Melbourne on December the 2nd within the framework of the former Office of Visit to Australia.
At a meeting with the Governor of Victoria, Linda Dessau, Chairman Huệ spoke highly of the signing of the Memorandum of Understanding between the state and Ho Chi Minh City of Vietnam. He said this can be considered as a model of cooperation between localities of the two countries, and the Vietnamese side always supports such cooperation. The governor briefed Huệ about her state's cooperation with Vietnam and Ho Chi Minh City. She also gave good words for the contributions of the Vietnamese community in Victoria.
The disbursement of foreign direct investment in Vietnam went up 15.1% between January and November to some $19.68 billion, the highest 11-month figure over the past 5 years, according to the General Statistics Office.
The processing and manufacturing sector made the lion's share of $15.5 billion, accounting for 78.8% of the total number. The real estate industry recorded $1.44 billion, and electricity, gas, hot water, steam and air conditioner production and distribution, $1.43 billion. Vietnam attracted $25.1 billion in foreign investment in the 11 months, up 0.5% month-on-month but down 5% year-on-year. During the period, new capital registered in the country by foreign investors saw a yearly decline of 18% to $11.5 billion, while their capital contributions and share purchases also declined 7% year-on-year to nearly $4.08 billion. One bright spot in the period was adjusted capital, which surged 23.3% year-on-year to $9.54 billion.
In the first 9 months of this year, Vietnam was the third largest seafood supplier for U.S. markets in terms of volume and the fifth largest in value, data from the U.S. National Marine Fisheries Service shows.
Between January to September, Vietnam shipped 244,400 tons to the U.S. market and earned $1.78 billion, up 14% and 33% annually, respectively. Vietnam's share in the U.S. total seafood imports meanwhile increased to 9.6% from 8.4% at the same period last year. Cruelly shrimp is a fishery product that recorded the highest import volume and value in the U.S., with Vietnamese shrimps accounting for nearly 10% of the market share.
Vietnam saw nearly 194,700 newly established and re-operating enterprises in the first 11 months of 2022, up to 33.2% over the same period in 2021, according to the Business Registrations Agency under the Ministry of Planning and Investment.
In November alone, the country counted 11,943 new enterprises with a total registered capital of some $4.3 billion and 74,000 laborers. Meanwhile, about 6,300 enterprises resumed their operation in the month, up over 26% year-on-year. On the opposite side, there were over 132,000 enterprises withdrawing from the market in the last 11 months. A total of more than 70,000 enterprises temporarily ceased operations, a yearly hike of nearly 35%. The agency said that the total registered capital of enterprises tends to decrease, and the average amount of registered capital of newly established firms is expected not to rise in the remaining months of this year. To support businesses, ministries and sectors were urged to ensure adequate supply of raw materials and energy, and work hard to remove difficulties and obstacles for important industrial projects.
And that's all for the news today. Thank you for watching BPTV News. Goodbye and see you next time.